All right, what if I told you you could save 100 plus hours every single week using these AI tools? And that's exactly what I do with my business. And so let's go ahead and get right into it. This is one of my favorite things to talk about as a business owner, as a person who's always trying to be more productive at doing his job. And so, number one, it can automate all of your tasks that are every day and you don't necessarily need a human to do. And these are just things that I like to call time suckers, and they take away time that you don't absolutely have to spend doing that whenever you could offload that and delegate it to something like an AI bot that's going to be extremely cheap and a lot more affordable. And so these are tools like Go High Level, Zapier, Make.com, etc. ChatGPT is also a great resource, or Grok, or whatever LLM, which is a language learning model that you want to implement and use. Definitely try to stick to one for a little while so it can get to know you and it can get to learn how you think and how you talk and everything about your business. So one of the biggest use cases and scenarios that I do this to save all of these hours every single week is I'll start with posting a YouTube video, whether it's like a podcast or a video just like this that you're watching, and I'll throw it into, for example, Opus Clips, which it's opus.pro, with the website, and I'll have a link in the description, but you can just upload the link to your YouTube video and then select the different options, and it'll give you what either a vertical or horizontal version of a bunch of different highlights of the conversation and of the topics that you talked about. And so this is a huge tool. This can eliminate hours of time just right there alone. And so you'll get a final product which is cut up, zoomed in, and tracks your face and gives you captions ready to post whenever you are ready to post it on social media. ChatGPT also recently released a GPT agent feature. And so if you're like a paid user of some sort, you have access to this. I just got it this week and I get 40 prompts that I get to use before I have to wait for them to renew for the next month. And let's just say I used all of them in the first day. And now I'm sad because the other 30 days of this month, I don't get to use it. And so basically what it is, it can control its own browser. So anything that you have on Google Chrome or whatever browser that you use, you can do with the agent. And you can give it specific instructions on what exactly it is that you want it to do for you. And it asks for login info, and it remains, all your confidential information remains confidential. It does not share it. It does not look at it. It does not take pictures. It doesn't screen record. And so this is something to utilize that if you haven't utilized this yet, go check it out right now if you're a Plus or Pro user, because it completely changed the game. I didn't know how to set up my Go High Level automations like I wanted. And instead of spending all of the hours learning how to do it, all I did was I told the ChatGPT agent to go and learn about this and how it works and then do it for me. So I logged it into my Go High Level, which if you don't know what Go High Level is, it's a CRM platform that has a ton of tools and it takes a long time to learn and figure out. And so I was able to tackle this specific example by myself using an AI assistant, which is huge. And so this alone has saved me, 20 plus hours just with that task. And so the next thing I wanted to talk about is the idea of repurposing all of your content and multiplying yourself online. And so this is similar to what I was talking about earlier with Opus Clips, and it's opus.pro, which I mentioned earlier. But you can basically use these different platforms in ChatGPT or Poppy AI and all these things to repurpose your YouTube videos and your long form content. So one thing that I like to teach here, if you've never heard of this, I like to start everything up top. And so mine long form content, which is a YouTube video. It can be an educational video like this one or a podcast. You put it into Opus Clips, get your clips that you can share for short form platforms so that they're captioned. And then you can take the transcript and you can go and implement and put it into ChatGPT. Say, hey, I need an ebook version of this. I need an email campaign for this. I need a newsletter for this. And you can just keep going down the list. I need a tweet for this. I need a quote for this. I need a course put together on this. I need a summary of this video. Like all of these things and ideas that you can get from this one long form piece of content. And so it just blows my mind. That's what I do every time I put out a YouTube video. I'll throw the transcript into ChatGPT, the bot that I trained, and I'll say, hey, can you write me a brand builder's email for my email campaign for people in brand builders? And so what it does, it knows how I like to write emails already. So it'll write the email, throw a link in for people to book a call, like a consulting call, because that's what we do. And it'll write it for me right there. And it'll be spot on because it knows exactly what we talked about in the YouTube video. So now all of a sudden, instead of just putting out one YouTube video, you have like 20 different pieces of content that you can repurpose and continue to multiply yourself online. And because the more that you're out there, the more odds that your ideal client is going to see you, and it's going to eventually get you more clients down the road by just simply posting more and filming the same amount of time. And probably my favorite use case for AI tools, I'll use a tool called fireflies.ai. It's a note taker that's an AI note taker. Basically, you can hit record on your phone, on your iPad, computer, whatever you have available. Whenever you walk into a meeting, you can record it. Obviously, you want to try and get consent that you're being recorded, and it's just going to be used for internal purposes, just for memory of the conversation. But this way, you get a transcript. You can also invite it to all of your Zoom calls, all of your Google Meets, anything that you do that involves talking to a potential client. I use it specifically for like training calls with employees here at Howdy Media. I use it for sales calls and discovery calls, because then I'll take the transcript and I will copy and paste it into GPT again. And guess what I'll do? I'll have it create a proposal that solves every single one of the problems that we just talked about on that call. So then basically they have no way to say no. And then you can also structure it like in a way. I like to utilize Alex Hormozi's $100 million offer strategy. And so I'll have it implement that along with our conversation. And it usually gives me a pretty spot on proposal. And it knows already everything about my business. And so it'll be spot on. And I can just copy and paste this. I'll edit a couple things, couple numbers, and then I'll be able to send it over within 15 minutes of the conversation happening. And so this beats the heck out of having to take physical notes and hope that you got everything right. Because I don't know about you, but whenever I'm taking notes, during a meeting, I'll be writing. And while I'm writing, I'm not listening to what the other person is saying. And there could be things that I miss. And so like whether it's numbers or important dates or important info, I can always go back and refer back to my AI note taker and fact check it, as well as build my contracts off of it and proposals off of it. And this has been a huge game changer because it saves me hours of time every single week whenever I'm sending out these quotes and these bits. And so if one of these resonated with you, I hope it helps you. I hope you're able to walk away from this video and go and implement some of this stuff that has helped me. I just want to give this stuff away for free. We do talk about this stuff all the time in our community. It's called the Brand Builders Community. And there's going to be a link in the description if you want to join or if you're interested in learning more about that. But this kind of stuff is what we talk about all the time. And we are consistently trying to build our brands, build our businesses, and do it all in a way that is the most time efficient and also easy to do, and not that so you're not spending tens of thousands of dollars towards a marketing campaign that doesn't work, because your personal brand is going to be more effective and more profitable in the next 5 years than anything else will be. Because if you go out and spend money on a paid ad, you can get the views, but nobody's going to click. And so we take organic content, build brands, get the views, and figure out what people want to watch. And then that is the most effective route to selling whatever it is that you're selling. So I hope this video helped. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.